Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dive into the nitty-gritty of company reports and try to find the hidden gems and maybe a few skeletons in the closets. Today we're looking at Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated's latest update. And let's just say it has got some important financial news that affects their shareholders. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on these deep dives. We also have a fantastic community over on Discord linked in the description where we break down these filings even further and chat about all things finance. Come join the conversation. So, what is the big news here? On the 22nd of January of 2026, Dime Community Bancshares announced that their board of directors has officially declared a quarterly cash dividend. This is a pretty standard but important announcement for any company, especially those that are publicly traded, as it directly impacts the people who own a piece of the company. Specifically, this dividend is for their preferred stock, Series A. Now, preferred stock is a bit like a special kind of share. It usually comes with certain promises, like getting paid dividends before common stockholders do, and it often has a fixed dividend rate. In this case, it is a 5.50% fixed rate. This means holders of this specific stock will receive a predictable income stream. The dividend payment will be made on the 13th of February of 2026. But to get that sweet payment, you had to be a shareholder on record by the 6th of February. This is pretty typical for dividend payouts, giving the company time to figure out who exactly owns the stock on a specific date, so they know who to send the money to. The company has also attached the full text of the press release detailing this dividend announcement as an exhibit. While we're not going to pore over every single word of every exhibit, it is good to know that all the official details are available if you want to dig deeper. Think of it as the company putting its cards on the table, so to speak. Now, while this announcement is about preferred stock, it is also worth noting that Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated has its common stock trading on the Nasdaq stock market, LLC under the ticker symbol DACOM, and they also have preferred stock, Series A trading under DACOM, and some junior subordinated notes under DCOM. So there are a few ways you can be invested in this company. The common stock is what most people think of when they think of owning a part of a business. The fact that they are paying a dividend, even on their preferred stock, signals a certain level of financial stability and confidence from the management team. Companies usually pay dividends when they are generating enough profit to comfortably distribute some of that back to their owners. It is a sign that things are humming along, at least from their perspective. These junior subordinated notes are another interesting piece of their financial structure. A 9% interest rate on these notes is quite significant. It means the company is paying out a good chunk of money in interest to the holders of these notes. This can be a good thing for investors, but it also means a substantial ongoing cost for the company itself. It is a balancing act. Now, let's look at the bigger picture and what this dividend announcement really means. When a company announces a dividend, especially a regular one, it is often a signal of maturity and financial health. It tells the market that the company is not just focused on growth, but also on returning value to its shareholders, for investors in the preferred stock. This is a key part of their return on investment, providing that steady income stream we talked about. For Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated, paying this dividend on their series of preferred stock is a commitment. They're saying, we have the funds and we intend to keep rewarding our investors. This can boost investor confidence and potentially make their stock more attractive to those looking for reliable income. However, it is always important to remember that dividends are not guaranteed. While this report talks about a declared dividend, in the future, if the company's financial situation changes, they could reduce or even suspend these payments. That is why it is crucial to not just look at the dividend announcement itself, but to understand the overall financial health of the company. We typically want to see more detailed financial statements, like a balance sheet or income statement, to get a complete picture. Unfortunately, this particular filing is more focused on a specific event rather than a deep dive into their quarterly financials. But let's think about what this implies. A bank like Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated operates in a predictable way. They take in deposits, make loans, and earn interest. Dividends are paid out of their profits. So, a dividend declaration suggests their lending and investment activities are generating enough surplus cash to cover this payout and still keep the business running smoothly. It is like a well-oiled machine. It also tells us something about their capital structure. They have preferred stock and subordinated notes, which are ways for companies to raise money that isn't just common stock. These instruments often have specific terms and conditions like fixed dividend or interest rates, which can help the company manage its financial obligations. So, what is the takeaway from this filing? It is a simple but significant announcement about a dividend payment for the holders of Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated series of preferred stock. It is good news, a concrete return on their investment. For the broader market, it is a signal of stability from a banking institution. It shows a commitment to rewarding shareholders, a classic sign that a company is in a position to do so. Looking at this report, There aren't complex financial tables detailing massive revenue shifts or profit plunges, which can sometimes be disappointing for us analysts. This filing is more about an operational event, a dividend declaration. It's not a quarterly earnings report where we can dissect year growth or shrinking profit margins. However, the very act of declaring a dividend is a financial decision, and it reflects the company's current financial standing and its management's outlook. If we were to infer anything about their financial health from this single announcement, it would be that Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated is likely in a stable enough position to continue its dividend payments. They are not in a crisis mode that would force them to cut back on shareholder returns. It suggests consistent profitability and a management team that is focused on not just growing the business, but also on providing tangible returns to its investors. Now, let's consider the potential risks. While a dividend is positive, a bank's performance is heavily tied to the economic environment, interest rate changes, market volatility, and the overall health of the economy can all impact a bank's profitability. If the economic conditions worsen, even a dividend-paying company might face challenges that could eventually affect its ability to pay dividends. However, based solely on this filing, those broader economic headwinds are not explicitly detailed. In conclusion, Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated has provided a straightforward update. They are paying a dividend. This is a positive sign of financial discipline and a shareholder-friendly approach. It reinforces the value proposition for preferred stockholders and signals a degree of security for the company's operations. While we don't have the full financial picture from this specific report, the dividend declaration is a good indicator that the company is on solid ground. What is your take on this dividend announcement and what it means for Dime Community Bancshares Incorporated? Do you own any of their stock? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth corporate analysis. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions and direct access. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.